Okay, so Angela, after you plugged in NitroStick, what did you think about it?
I was absolutely blown away because my computer, prior to the Nitro Stick, I would sit there and wait and wait and wait for anything to happen. And it would take such a long time, I would be frustrated, and I just turned the computer off since I had a second computer to use. And what I found with the Nitro Stick, once I plugged it in, things started to move quicker. And you know, being the person I am and with my need for speed, I plugged in an additional Nitro Stick. And so now I have full speed. This was a computer that held all of my data from years, and I could no longer upgrade the computer, and I did not want to replace the computer because I really couldn't afford to replace the computer. And the Nitro Stick is awesome. I mean, I am so excited. This is all I can say to you. I am so excited about the Nitro Stick because this has given me the means to use my computer again. And to use both of my computers simultaneously, because as a web designer, and I do a lot of other online things to increase my income, I did not have the ability to use the other computer for the things that I would like to use it for. So now I have that ability thanks to the Nitro Stick.
So
I'm very excited about it.
So how was it? Did you try opening up any files with it, or were you multitasking, opening up multiple tabs?
I did. I opened up multiple windows when I was on the internet. Using the internet, I would open up multiple windows because I have blogs that I run, and I also have Facebook that I'm on every day. So I wanted to know that if I could use this machine for that as well. And I was blown away. I really was, because prior to the Nitro Stick, if I were to click open on the browser, it would take at least 5 minutes for the browser to open.
Right.
And once it was open, I could only basically go through one website, and that was painful.
Right.
Because that would be slow. And now, after the Nitro Sticks, I'm able to open up 2 or 3 tabs at one time. This is all I've tried so far. And to also open up files that I can work in a Word file. And now I see that I'm able to do those things.
So in other words, you're able to multitask, whereas before you could only do one thing at a time.
Absolutely.
That's yeah, we were getting test results of anywhere from 11% to over 21% on the first activation. And we were also taking, during development, we were taking computers right out of the box. I'm talking like i7s that you think it would not have absolutely any effect on. And after a couple of days use, we were getting around 21.3% efficiency better. And that was running the Passmark government certified forensic computer test is what we were using to do that with.
Well, let me say this. I've also put the Nitro Stick in my new computer.
Yes.
Which is probably 6 months old.
Right.
And never really had a problem with it as far as speed. But out of my curiosity, I was thinking that if the older machine can move this quickly, wow, what could happen if I put it into my new machine?
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
So I put it into my new machine, and then it was so fast, it was scary, because I was trying to move my mouse, and I noticed that this mouse is moving so smoothly and so quickly. I really had to pay attention how I was moving that mouse because it was so fast.
That's right.
So I know that this works both in the old and the new.
That's
and
great.
I'm really, really excited about it because this technology, which I've never known about, and I've been using computers in business since 1987.
Right.
I've had to replace many computers because, that lack of speed and the congestion. And now, just to think, had I had a NitroStick then, I could have saved myself thousands of dollars in replacement.
Wow.
And upgrades.
Angela, what do you currently do?
I'm a certified web designer.
Okay.
And I'm an online entrepreneur. I also take on different types of contracts with different individual companies.
Mm-hmm.
I am the marketing coordinator for the National Police Support Team. So I have my hands in many things.
Wow. So what do you do with the police support team?
What I do there is I coordinate the marketing. I pull the leads and the telemarketing together. I handle the social media marketing. Kind of fit in many different areas.
I understand.
The police support team.
I understand. Well, that's great, Angela. I'm really happy to hear that. That's what all the hard work has been for, and that's what NitroStick is all about. It's just it's been a wonderful journey creating and developing NitroStick, and of course putting patents in place and getting everything certified. But it's great. Anytime you can take a simple USB compatible RAM chip and just plug it into your computer and have results like that. That's what we are trying to perfect, and that's what it's all about for us, is helping people like you.
You've done a great job, because I'm telling you, this product is just it's so exciting. It's almost undescribable.
Yeah.
Because if you've ever really had to deal with a slow computer,
I have. I've had to deal with slow computers and the frustration of, it's kind of like grinding your teeth. I mean, you're just constantly fighting and fighting and fighting to try to get your work done. And you get to the point where you either go get a brand new one, or you have to deal with the cost of upgrading the RAM, which in our case we didn't want to do, because you would have to take it to Best Buy, or you would have to take it to a computer place with the geeks. They would open it up. They would charge $140 plus the RAM chip itself. But so I thought, what if you could just go to Best Buy and you went over to the Geek Squad area, and you said, I'm having a RAM issue, and they handed you a 4 gigabyte USB compatible RAM chip, or an 8 gigabyte USB compatible RAM chip. And I'm not talking flash RAM. I'm talking true DDR3 SD RAM bus RAM. What if you could do that? And that was the vision that I had for NitroStick and getting it started. So.
Well, you had a very good vision, and your vision is coming to life, because this is awesome. This is a very awesome product. I mean, I've never seen it before. And as I spoke with my husband last night, we were both really excited about it, because we were like, this is so phenomenal. This sets a precedence that is outstanding in the technology field. Something that we needed years ago, because it really does save you money. And as I'm thinking about it, I have a company that does all of my computer work.
Right.
And there was a time when I had to take my computer in for an upgrade. Well, just for them to look at the computer, not to tell me what's wrong with it, just to take a look at it, that was $65 alone.
Oh, exactly. Exactly.
Exactly. And so then they only put, I believe we put memory in at that time. So I came off came out of there with a $175 bill.
Right.
Okay, and that if I had something like the NitroStick, that never would have happened. You know, I could have simply put that into my USB plug, and my machine would have been faster in the next minute.
Well, you know, when we are approaching the big chain stores, we're letting them know. I mean, yes, if you do an actual upgrade to their computer, you're making more money. But if you offered a instant PC upgrade for a fraction of the cost and selling the amount of work, the amount of computer work that you're doing now, you could sell thousands times more. And that's the marketplace. And in other words, it will help the people who cannot afford an upgrade. So I feel like it's also doing community service at the same time.
It really is. It really is. And it's also giving them the ability not to miss a sale, because if you tell me that I have to pay you $175 to $300 and I really don't have it, then that's a sale you're going to lose permanently, because I'm going to take my computer back home.
That's right.
Because I can't do it. You know, but if you could give me something that works well, and I maybe have to pay anywhere from $30 to $75 one time, then I'm more willing to do that, because I can't afford to pay you $300-400.
That's right. That's right. And RAM, additional RAM can easily get into that cost, especially for a good RAM. High quality RAM. And that's what we're doing here, is we're utilizing cell phone technology to decrease the size of the RAM chip to where we can install a 4 gigabyte DDR3 SD RAM chip inside a USB compatible device.
Phenomenal. That's really all I can say. I'm so excited about it. It's like not really having any words comparable to say about it, because this is just awesome. I've never seen it before. That's all I can really say. I've never seen it before, and until I actually was able to see this for myself, I kind of was a little skeptical about it.
Right.
You know, at my first hearing about it. But then when I was able to actually put this into my own system and see what this does, I'm blown away. I really am.
Well, thank you, Angela. I'm going to, we're going to call it now. I really appreciate that testimony. And for everybody out there, I would hope that you would seriously give NitroStick an opportunity to increase the efficiency of your computer, and please give NitroStick a try. You back me up on that, don't you, Angela?
Absolutely. And do it today.
That's right. Do it today. Why not? It's just a fraction of the cost of a serious upgrade, and it works well. Thank you, Angela.
You're welcome.